6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Romesh Piris and read by Mario Vijayawardena. The headlines. The Kakuluthura Udaniya National Tree Planting Programme commences. Enrollment of students to Grade 1 classes for 2021 commenced under the patronage of the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry appointed to investigate the 2019 Easter Sunday attacks will be revealed to the public. COVID-19 recovery is on the rise. The Army Commander says that COVID-19 vaccinations will commence from today. MPs to receive Covishield dose from tomorrow. The GCE O-level students on study leave from the 17th of February. In international news, Myanmar protests resume, internet restored as military circles. In sports cricket, a writ petition seeks a new constitution for SLC. The Kakuluthura Udaniya National Tree Planting Programme for Children commenced at the Vimaladharma National School in Attabage, Gampala under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The aim of the programme is to make the nearly 350,000 students entering Grade 1 each year a group of citizens who love the environment and hand over a safe ecosystem to future generations. The government aims to plant 1.7 million plants including jackfruit, breadfruit, coconut and mango within 5 years under the inspection of children. The national ceremony to admit students to Grade 1 classes for 2021 commenced under the patronage of the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa today. To mark the occasion, the head of state registered the name of a student enrolling at the Vimaladharma National School in Attabage in the school logbook. The Minister of Education, Professor G.L. Piris, says the report compiled by the Presidential Commission of Inquiry appointed to investigate the 2019 Easter Sunday attacks will be revealed to the public. Speaking during a media briefing in Colombo, the Minister said a copy of the report will also be handed over to the Archbishop of Colombo, Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith. The Education Minister noted justice will be served to all those affected by the Easter bombings. Minister Piris said the present administration has no need to cover up for anyone, adding therefore all details included in the report pertaining to the attacks will be revealed to the public. The number of COVID-19 recoveries recorded in the country has increased to 69,411. The Epidemiology Unit of the Ministry of Health said 715 patients were discharged from hospitals and treatment centres during the past 24 hours. The number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country increased to 75,654 following the detection of 802 patients yesterday. 5,846 persons are receiving treatment for the coronavirus at several facilities across the country, while 664 suspect cases are also under medical observation at present. Meanwhile, 15,430 PCR tests have been conducted in the country yesterday to identify COVID-19 cases. The Health Promotion Bureau said 1,916,966 individuals have been tested for the coronavirus thus far since February 2020. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Army Commander Shavendra Silva says that COVID-19 vaccinations will commence from today as per instructions of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Accordingly, arrangements have been made to vaccinate the general public against the COVID-19 virus using the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. The vaccination process will initially commence from the Western Province for the groups that interact closely with the public and those who face higher risks of infection. People living in high-risk areas of the spread of COVID-19 in the Western Province will be identified and vaccinated as the first step. The Sergeant-at-Arms Narendra Fernando says members of Parliament will receive the Oxford AstraZeneca Covishield vaccine dose from tomorrow. The Sergeant-at-Arms said a final decision pertaining to the order priority under which members of Parliament will receive the vaccine has not been reached yet. He said the MPs will be vaccinated at the Army Hospital in Narhenpeta. Meanwhile, the Department of Prison says prison officers will receive the Oxford AstraZeneca Covishield vaccine dose from tomorrow as well. The prison's media spokesman Chandan Ekanayaka said 5,100 prison officers will be inoculated at the prison's officers training school from tomorrow morning. The main branch of the National Transport Medical Institute in Nugegoda will resume operations from tomorrow. The chairman, Dr. Savindra Gamage, said the National Transport Medical Institute was closed due to an official at the institute testing positive for COVID-19. He noted appointments will only be given to those who contacted the institute via the hotline 225 earlier. The final rites of the former Speaker of Parliament W.J.M. Lokubandara was performed at the Kotikavatta crematorium today in accordance with quarantine laws. He was under medical care for COVID-19 at the Infectious Diseases Hospital at the time of his demise. He was 81. Earlier this month, it was revealed that the former Speaker had tested positive for the novel coronavirus. A lawyer by profession, Lokubandara embarked on his political career in 1977 after being elected as a Member of Parliament representing the United National Party. He was appointed as a Cabinet Minister of Cultural Affairs, Education and Media in 1989. Following the UNP's defeat in the parliamentary election in 1994, Lokubandara became the chief opposition whip of the House. He was a Cabinet Minister of Justice, Law Reform, National Integration and Buddha Sasana in the UNP administration, which was formed in 2001. The late Speaker also served as the 16th Speaker of Parliament from 2004 to 2010. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa extended his condolences to the family of the former Speaker Lokubandara and appreciated his yeoman service rendered to the country. Moreover, the Mahasangha, including Venerable Vedaruve Upalitero, the Anunayaka of the Asgiriya chapter, also paid tribute to the former Speaker W.J.M. Lokubandara. That's local news. And now for the main news story. The Ministry of Education says students sitting the 2020 Ordinary Level Examination in March will be granted holidays from Wednesday the 17th of February. The GCE O-Level exam is due to commence on the 1st of March and will conclude on the 11th of March. The decision in this regard was issued by the Secretary of the Ministry, Professor Kapila Pereira, to the Zonal Education Directors, the Principals and the Divisional Education Authorities. The Secretary also claimed that the issuance of admission cards for the O-Level exam should not be an obstruction for the study leave period. That was our main news story.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
And now in Watchlight, the Department of Examination says conducting coaching or tuition classes targeted at the 2020 GCE O-Level examination will be prohibited after February 23rd midnight. The Examinations Commissioner General Sanat Pujitha said the prohibition will be effective until the examination concludes. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, Myanmar protests resume, internet restored as military circles. Guinea declares new Ebola outbreak. Billionaire founder of Microsoft says solving COVID is easy compared with the climate. Pro-democracy protests resumed in Yangon, Myanmar's biggest city today, 2 weeks after the military seized power in a coup despite a heavy military presence that has increased concern of a crackdown. Live stream shared by Myanmar media showed people gathering in different parts of Yangon as an internet blackout that was enforced overnight appeared to lift. NetBlocks, which tracks internet disruption, said on Twitter that connectivity was being restored but that social media remained restricted for many users. The military seized power on the 1st of February, the day Myanmar's parliament was due to begin a new session following elections in November. Guinea declared a new Ebola outbreak yesterday when tests came back positive for the virus after 3 people died and 4 fell ill. This is the first resurgence of the disease there since the world's worst outbreak in 2013-2016. The 2013-2016 outbreak in Ebola in West Africa started in Nezrekore, the proximity of which to busy borders hampered efforts to contain the virus. It went on to kill at least 11,300 people, with the vast majority of cases in Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone. 51 billion and 0, the two numbers Bill Gates says you need to know about climate. The billionaire founder of Microsoft says solving climate change would be the most amazing thing humanity has ever done. He claims by comparison ending the pandemic is very, very easy. Mr. Gates' new book, How to Avoid a Climate Disaster, is a guide to tackling global warming. 51 billion is how many tons of greenhouse gases the world typically adds to the atmosphere each year. He said net zero is where we need to get to. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. Myanmar protests resume, internet restored as military circles. Guinea declares new Ebola outbreak. Billionaire founder of Microsoft says solving COVID is easy compared with the climate. That was world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And now in development news, India and Japan have submitted proposals to invest in the West Container Terminal of the Colombo Harbour. The Cabinet Subcommittee appointed to deliberate the matter is scheduled to convene today to consider the proposals. The Secretary to the Ministry of Port and Shipping, UDC Jayalal, said the committee is expected to assess the suitability and profitability of the proposals. The 7-member committee has been instructed to deliberate the proposals and submit a report to the Cabinet of Ministers promptly. That was development news, and now in sports news in cricket. The Court of Appeal today issued notice on Sports Minister Namal Rajapaksa and SLC officials in connection with a petition filed seeking to amend the constitution of Sri Lanka cricket before the next election. The court ordered the Sports Minister and others who have been named as respondents in the application to submit their explanations on March 15, 2021. The petition has been filed by 12 individuals, including former cricketers. In tennis news, Novak Djokovic became just the second man in history to reach 300 Grand Slam wins with victory over Milos Raonic in the 4th round of the Australian Open. The Serb dispelled any fears that he might still be suffering with the abdominal injury that bothered him during his win over Taylor Fritz, dispatching the big-hitting Raonic 7-6, 4-6, 6-1, 6-4 in just under 3 hours. That was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Nestamalt has launched its one-of-a-kind Salary for Life campaign for the second year running, looking to reward another consumer with 50,000 rupees every month until they turn 55 as per the terms of the competition. Nestamalt aims to reward loyal consumers by helping them kickstart their journey to achieve their ambitions and progress in life. Any Nestamalt consumer between 18 and 50 years can send the flap of a 400-gram Nestamalt pack, even multiple times, to be eligible for a raffle draw. One lucky winner will be chosen at random. That was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The second round of the Sri Lanka-Japan policy dialogue at the senior official level of the two foreign ministries was held virtually recently. Reminiscing the solid foundation of recorded political and cultural interactions between Sri Lanka and Japan, the two sides discussed an array of policy priorities at the national, regional and international levels and resolved to work together in pursuing the common goals of interest. Both sides reviewed and noted key areas for expanding economic cooperation with a special focus on strengthening trade, investment and the development partnership, and agreed to further consolidate cooperation in the areas of contemporary relevance. That was economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now for the weather report. The Met Department forecast showers, thundershowers at several places in the Sabaragamo, Central, Uva and Southern provinces and in the Kaluthara district during the evening or night. The Met Department says mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere over the island. That was the weather report, and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The Kakuluthura Udane National Tree Planting Programme commences. Enrollment of students to grade 1 classes for 2021 commenced under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry appointed to investigate the 2019 Easter Sunday attacks will be revealed to the public. COVID-19 recovery is on the rise. The Army Commander says that COVID-19 vaccinations will commence from today. MPs to receive Covishield dose from tomorrow. GCE O-level students on study leave from the 17th of February. In international news, Myanmar protests resume, internet restored as military. In sports cricket, a writ petition seeks a new constitution for SLC. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your good friend and mine, Niranjan Abesundara, on the other side to keep in great company till 10 p.m. today. Over to you, Niranjan.